In the quiet village of Okoro, where the rooster's crow was the village alarm clock and the rising sun bathed the red soil in gold, there lived a man named Pa Ndubuisi. Everyone in the village knew him. His hands were rough like old tree bark, and his skin was burnt dark by years of working under the hot sun. From the age of 15, he had tilled the land, carried blocks, and done every kind of hard labor to survive. People respected him, not because he was rich, in fact, he was far from it, but because he was known as the hardest worker in the village. While others were still sleeping, Pa Ndubuisi would be up, watering his cassava and yams. When the village market closed, he was still there, arranging his leftover plantains, trying to sell just one more bunch. But even at 70, Pa Ndubuisi had nothing to show for his years of toil. His house was a small mud building with leaking zinc, and he still wore the same slippers he had stitched 3 times. His only son, Chuka, had long left for the city, chasing what his father never had: wealth. One December, Chuka returned from Lagos in a shiny Toyota Corolla, wearing a clean white caftan and leather sandals. He looked like he had stepped out of a magazine. He handed his father an envelope filled with Naira notes and said, "Papa, this is for you." Pa Ndubuisi smiled but sighed deeply. "My son," he said, "you are enjoying what I never had. I worked all my life, but look at me, old, tired, and still poor." Chuka sat beside him and said, "Papa, you taught me how to work hard, and that's good. But I also learnt something in the city. Hard work alone will never make you rich." Pa Ndubuisi looked confused. "So, what else do you need?" Chuka leaned in. "You need wisdom, relationships, and strategy. In Lagos, some people carry cement every day under the sun like you, yet they can't pay rent. Meanwhile, some people sit in an air-conditioned room, make one phone call, and millions enter their account." Pa Ndubuisi frowned. "Is that not laziness?" "No, Papa," Chuka smiled. "It's called working smart. See, you were always working, but never thinking about how to multiply your effort. You sold crops, but never thought of owning land or starting a business that could grow without your hands in the soil every day." Pa Ndubuisi stayed quiet. Chuka continued, "Let me tell you a story of my friend Kunle. He sells electronics, but he doesn't carry heavy TV boxes or stand in the sun. He built a website, hired boys to deliver, and focused on getting big clients. He uses his brain more than his hands. That's why he earns more." The old man nodded slowly. "Papa, you always said, hard work pays." It does, but only when combined with planning. Some people hustle from morning to night, but they're stuck in the same spot because they never stop to ask, "Is there a better way?" From that day, something changed in Pa Ndubuisi. He started asking questions he never asked before. With Chuka's help, he stopped farming every day and began renting out part of his land. He used the money to start a poultry farm where workers handled the day-to-day tasks. Chuka helped him build a small brand and get customers in nearby towns. In 2 years, Pa Ndubuisi moved into a new brick house. His hands were no longer cracked, and he wore clean clothes without dust from the farm. People in the village began to say, "The old man is finally enjoying." At the village meeting one Sunday, Pa Ndubuisi stood up and said, "My people, hard work is good. Don't get me wrong, but I spent 50 years working like a donkey and stayed poor. Let the younger ones hear me today. If you want to succeed, use your head, not just your hands. Learn skills, build connections, take risks, and think big." That day, His words shook the young and old alike, and so the story of Pan Dubuisi became more than just a tale of poverty. It became a lesson passed down in Umu Okoro. Sweat alone does not bring wealth. Strategy, vision, and smart moves open doors that sweat can never open. Moral of the story: hard work is important. It builds character, discipline, and earns respect. But to become truly successful, you need more. Wisdom to make smart choices, relationships to access opportunities, financial knowledge to grow wealth, boldness to take calculated risks. Without these, hard work alone may keep you stuck in survival mode, always grinding, never growing.